Most loved versus most hated female shorts creators. For every shorts creator that inspires millions, there's another who's just as widely disliked. Today, we're breaking down the most loved versus the most hated female shorts creators and why public opinion turned the way it did. This format has been everywhere lately. Most loved versus most hated, heroes versus villains, you name it. And since people clearly enjoy it, I figured I'd give it a try. If you like it, let me know. If not, I won't force it. With that said, let's get into it. Most hated, Clara Dow. Clara built her entire brand around skinny, flat-chested body positivity.
I'm flat-chested, and as you can see, if you picture my chest like a LCD TV screen or an ironing board, that's basically how my chest looks like. But you know what? I love it. And in today's video, I will talk about my stories, how I was so insecure about my small chest, how I overcame it, and the lesson that I learned along the way.
At a time when most influencers were promoting curves, surgery, and unrealistic beauty standards, Clara stood out. She openly embraced having a small chest and told other girls they didn't need padding, Photoshop, or surgery to feel confident. Her message was simple: love your natural body. And for a while, it worked. She became a symbol of body acceptance for girls who rarely saw themselves represented online. Her content felt raw, empowering, and honest, until it didn't.
I never finish my food whenever I go out. Like, there's always some food left. I don't like the feeling of being stuffed. Like, of course there are times, like, I'm not gonna say that I never like stuff myself. I never like eat to the point that I'm so full. Like, of course there are times that I have. But after that, like, intuitively, my body just kind of know and not eat so much the day after. And so I guess it's kind of balanced out. Like, if one day I consume like 2,500 calories or 3,000, if I'm like really stuffing myself, the next day I just like don't think about food at all. I would still feel full from yesterday, and I probably will only have like.
Then came 2024. Clara quietly underwent breast augmentation and revealed it casually through her content. No explanation, no accountability, no acknowledgement of how directly this contradicted the brand she built. Her fans weren't mad that she got surgery. They were hurt because she built an empire telling girls not to do exactly what she secretly chose to do herself. To many, it felt dishonest, hypocritical, even manipulative. That backlash reopened older controversies, including her video, How to Stay Skinny, where she listed habits like skipping meals, avoiding food-centered social events. Dietitians and mental health advocates called it dangerous and triggering, especially for her young audience. Instead of addressing concerns clearly, Clara leaned into vague, teary, misunderstood posts, which only made things worse. What once looked like empowerment started to feel like monetized insecurity. And once that illusion broke, there was no rebuilding it. Most loved, Jenny Hoyos. While Clara was falling, Jenny was rising. Not with drama, not with controversy, with skill. Jenny cracked the shorts algorithm by doing something rare, actually understanding it. She openly explains how shorts work, how she structures videos, how thumbnails grab attention, and how she's earned tens of thousands from a single post.
What are your favorite ways to get people invested? How do you make a story that people care about?
I think my content is very personality based, I'd say. So for me, making it personal makes them invested. I'll give you an example. I actually did this in a long form. In the video, I cooked for strangers to make money. Okay, very baseline. Why should they care? Well, my kitchen is broken and I want to raise money for it by cooking and making money. You know, it's ironic. Like my kitchen's broken, so in order to fix it, I have to cook to make money. So I think that's what makes people invested, having like some sort of personal why or goal. And irony too is pretty funny.
But here's why people respect her. She doesn't flex, she teaches. She shares strategies, failures, numbers, and lessons without selling a fake dream.
There was one video after 5 days, I got, I think it was like 50,000 views in 5 days, right? Which on average, I usually get like 1 million. So I was not happy with the performance. And I pulled up the retention graph and I noticed on the last second, it was a huge dip. It was 70%. 1 second later, it was 45%, like a 25% drop in 1 second. And the retention was 83%. So what I did was I went to YouTube Studio. I trimmed off that 1 second. YouTube removed this feature, by the way. YouTube, please bring it back. But just by removing that 1 second at the end, it went from 83% to 88%. And the video went flying. And that's why like every second counts on a short, like every single second. Because when you think about it, let's say you have a 30-second short, right? If you lose 1 second, that's already 97%. That's 3 percentages. You know, if you lose 2 seconds, that's 6%. So when you think about it on shorts, like you're not just losing 1 second, you're losing double or even triple because that 1 second accumulates to 2 or 3% of the video.
She talks to her audience like they're capable, not clueless. She's entertaining, fast-paced, and genuinely passionate about the craft. There's a reason people call her the creator who broke YouTube Shorts. No scandals, no manipulation, just transparency and consistency. Most hated, Jasmine Tan. Jasmine started out strong. Aesthetic content, self-love messaging, relatable advice.
Listen, nobody is good when they first start out. Like literally 0 people. Everyone sucks at first. It is literally part of the process. Do you actually think the Queen Beyonce just woke up one day and started serving vocals like that? No, ma'am. She worked for it. Do you think that Picasso picked up a paintbrush and immediately ate? Absolutely fucking not. So why are you sitting here waiting for Mercury and Jupiter and all the stars to freaking align before you start that thing? Your first try is supposed to be bad. Your first YouTube video, ew, cringe. Your first business, a hot mess. Your first Pilates class, shaking like an app about to be deleted. So go be a disaster, make mistakes, and embrace the cringe. Because the only way to get good is to get freaking started. Okay, I love you always, bye-bye.
But as her following grew, the tone shifted. She began subtly mocking other women, then not so subtly. In one clip, she openly ridiculed a 21-year-old woman, saying she looked like a mother of 2.
Baby girl, not to be a hater, but do you guys notice that us Gen Zs are aging really fast and looking way older than our actual age? Like, muka kita boros banget, anjir. Like this morning, I saw this girl in my Pilates class, right? And I legit thought that she was like a mama muda that goes to Pilates class after she drops her kids to school in the morning. And today I was feeling sociable, right? So I poked her and I was like, oh my god, you awet muda banget. And she was like, bitch, what are you talking about? I'm 21. At that point, I wanted to unalive myself because, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Girly pop, she's still in school. She's 21. Why does she look like a mother of 2 who responsibly files her goddamn taxes every year?
The irony? This was the same creator constantly telling viewers not to compare themselves to others. She didn't stop there. Her content increasingly targeted men, not as jokes, but with visible resentment. What she framed as feminism started looking more like superiority. Comment sections filled with people asking the same question, is this empowerment or just tearing people down? Things got worse when viewers noticed how often her younger sister appeared in content, styled, posed, and featured in ways that made people uncomfortable. Critics asked her to reconsider. She didn't. She doubled down. What once felt like confidence turned into ego, and the audience slowly checked out. Most loved, Sophie Monacian. Sophie represents quiet excellence. A professionally trained dancer since childhood, Sophie built her platform through discipline, creativity, and consistency, not shortcuts. Her bond with her mother keeps her grounded, and fans respect her maturity. However, concerns arose due to some of the influencers she associated with, people accused of pushing boundaries or inappropriate dynamics. Sophie herself isn't the problem, but association matters. Recently, fans noticed she stepped back from that circle, and many hope she stays on her own path. Most hated, Bella the Wolf. Bella weaponized shock value. Her gotcha content crossed into religious mockery, hate bait, and deeply offensive material, including mocking deceased creators like Technoblade. Each time she was criticized, she leaned harder into outrage. Discord communities allegedly became breeding grounds for harassment and disturbing behavior. Eventually, she was banned, though she later resurfaced claiming to have changed. The internet didn't buy it. Final thoughts. The difference between loved and hated creators isn't talent, it's intent. Loved creators build, hated creators exploit. And on Shorts, where attention is fast and memory is permanent, audiences always catch on. If you liked this format, drop a like or comment. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe. You're a real one for watching all the way through.